This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, it was a tearful goodbye as Nadal bid farewell to his legendary career after Spain's defeat to the Netherlands. Westbrook now reaches 200 career triple-doubles, passing Oscar Robertson and Magic Johnson. Two first-year managers came out on top of Major League Baseball. All that and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 20th of November. Now, here's our roundup. Donovan Mitchell returned to active duty for the Cleveland Cavaliers after taking a rest day against Charlotte last Monday. But even Spida couldn't keep the Boston Celtics from raining 14 first-half threes for a 65-48 lead at the half. Then, when the Cavs came alive in the third quarter to keep the game close, Jason Tatum hit a clutch three to foil the comeback attempt and seal a 120-117 win. The Celtics' victory ended Cleveland's perfect start and their 15-game winning streak. Boston excelled from beyond the arc, making 22 out of 41 three-pointers, marking their fifth game this season with 20 or more threes and their third consecutive game hitting that mark. Tatum, who has been all-NBA first team the past 3 seasons, was fired up on both ends. He not only top-scored with 33 points, but he also pulled down a team-high 12 rebounds, all of which defensive rebounds. Nevertheless, the Celtics are still trailing as Cleveland still sits firmly at the top of the Eastern Conference, while the Orlando Magic are in third place after winning 6 straight games over the last 11 days. As for the MVP race leader, Nikola Jokic, he is out for the third straight game due to personal reasons. And even Coach Michael Malone has no idea when he will be back. Now, this mysterious absence cost Denver 2 games against the New Orleans Pelicans on Saturday and the Memphis Grizzlies on Monday. With the Joker out and Aaron Gordon still recovering, big man Vlatko Kankar sprained his left knee 13 minutes into the game this morning and did not return. It seems like the Nuggets can't catch a break. But guess what? They tried to take advantage because the Grizzlies were also missing the high-flying Ja Morant and big man Zach Edey too. Denver set the tone early, forcing 8 turnovers in the first quarter alone, while Memphis struggled to keep up and despite a late push, couldn't close the gap. Dario Saric's late three-pointer sealed the game for Denver for the 122-110 win. Veteran Russell Westbrook came off the bench and contributed a triple-double with a game-high 14 assists. Santi Aldama led the Grizzlies with 28 points and 11 rebounds but could not prevent Memphis' second NBA Cup defeat of the season. Russell Westbrook said post-game that he is truly grateful to God after becoming the only NBA player to reach 200 career triple-doubles. And yes, dapat lang, he took home the game ball. Noteworthy today is LA Lakers rookie Dalton Knecht's shooting performance. He scored a career-high 37 points and tied the NBA rookie single-game three-point record when he sank 9 against the Utah Jazz. This is also the first time that the Lakers have won 6 straight games since 2021. The OKC Thunder dropped out of first place in the Western Conference standings, while the Dubs took over the number 1 spot with the Lakers now at number 3. Cleveland Guardians Stephen Vogt of the American League and Milwaukee Brewers Pat Murphy of the National League won the Major League Baseball's Manager of the Year award. Vogt, in his first year managing, led the Guardians to 92 wins and an AL Championship Series appearance. He became the fastest to win the award after ending his playing career in 2022. Pat Murphy, also in his first full year as a manager, guided the Brewers to a 93-69 record and an NL Central title despite significant challenges. Both managers attributed their success to the support from their players and organizations. Vitaly Petrov, the legendary coach of EJ Obiena, has been awarded the prestigious International Olympic Committee Coaches Lifetime Achievement Award. The ceremony took place in Lausanne, Switzerland, with IOC President Thomas Bach in attendance. Petrov renowned for shaping champions and pole vault great like Sergei Bubka, has played a pivotal role in Obiena's rise to #2 world ranking in pole vaulting. This honor celebrates Petrov's unparalleled dedication not just to the sport, but to his athletes' personal growth and success. His impact on athletics extends beyond titles, leaving a lasting legacy on the world stage. A well-deserved recognition for a coach who continues to inspire and shape champions. Tears flowed in a bittersweet farewell as Rafael Nadal bid goodbye to tennis following Spain's 2-1 defeat to the Netherlands in the Davis Cup on Tuesday. In an emotional ceremony at a sold-out Malaga arena, the 38-year-old champion, holding back tears, delivered a heartfelt 15-minute speech. Despite his loss to Botic van de Vanderstroop, 6-4, 6-4, Nadal expressed gratitude to his fans, sharing, quote, "I leave with the peace of mind of having left a sporting and personal legacy I can be proud of," end quote. This marked the end of a legendary career spanning over 20 years, during which Nadal won 22 Grand Slam titles. He reflected on the privilege of making his passion his profession and thanked his family and team for their unwavering support. Now, although Spain's Davis Cup hopes ended with a loss, Nadal accepted the result with grace. And in a final twist of irony, Nadal had even stated earlier that if he were the captain, he wouldn't have selected himself for the singles match. While Spain's new tennis star, Carlos Alcaraz, leveled the tie, the decisive doubles match saw Nadal's teammates fall short, sending the Netherlands to the semifinals. Still, tennis history will continue to celebrate Nadal's feats for generations to come. Now, our very own ace, Alex Ayala, who is a product of the Nadal Tennis Academy, paid tribute to the Raging Bull. And now, for our daily dose of sports lingo. Bolo punch. In boxing, sans the blade. A bolo punch is a sweeping, ostentatious strike that resembles an uppercut that is actually meant to throw off an opponent's momentum. Reports vary as to who actually invented the move, with some saying it was Filipino Seferino Garcia, while other reports cite another Filipino boxer, Macario Flores. Notable fighters of the sweet science who have released the bolo punch from their boxing arsenal include the flamboyant Sugar Ray Robinson, Pedro Carrasco, and Roy Jones. And now for our off-court buzzer. Now, the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul spectacle is continuing to generate noise that even the ring girl, Sydney Thomas, is getting sought-after attention worldwide. But the buzz is Conor McGregor lost his $1 million wager after Mike Tyson was defeated by Jake Paul. McGregor had bet on Tyson to win by knockout. Well, the Irishman could have easily won back his money, it seems, but he chose to dismiss an MMA challenge from Jake Paul. Could that be his final answer, though? We'll see. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 20th of November. When the scorecard returns, we have some catching up to do with former Azkals team captain, Mr. Aly Borromeo. So watch out for that when we return right here on The Scorecard. Transitions are not always easy, but for Aly Borromeo, a new enterprise is keeping him moving forward. The Scorecard correspondent Erika Kristensen shares his story.
So tonight we have the privilege of catching up with the former captain of the Azkals and of course the owner of AB Well and, well, in my opinion at least, one of the best defenders of all time in the local football scene. Aly Borromeo, thank you so much for accepting our invite and of course welcome to the Scorecard.
Anytime. Thanks so much for having me, man. What a experience. I missed the interviews actually. It's been a while.
So Aly, being the former captain of the Azkals, maybe you can share a little bit about your most memorable and favorite moments that you had with the team back then.
Well, I think the Miracle of Hanoi, this is December 2010, was one of the games that changed, what paved the way for Philippine football in the country. And we were the underdogs. No one expected us to beat the hosts, Vietnam, in front of 40,000 people. So that really changed the face of Philippine football here.
And that was your most memorable with the team because
I would say yes, but also the fact that it was building up to the game, actually. You know, being together with the Filipinos, the regular guys from the Army, Air Force, and Navy, and also the foreigners. So the experience behind the scenes, jiving everyone together, being congruent, getting that competitive nature. And you know, we had nothing to lose that time. We just played for the heart and pride of the country and for our fans back home.
Yeah, and how was the dynamic of the whole Azkal team back then?
I think it was more for the experience, you know, like being together as a team. We tend to take it for granted, like traveling and playing these games. You know, because growing up as athletes, we just think about the game every day. We just wake up and think about winning or losing. But looking back, staying in these third world countries, and we had no support back then, no funds, no sponsors. Well, that's the main reason why actually we're called the Azkals, not because we're a bunch of half-breeds, but because we're like street dogs roaming around looking for scraps and supporters.
And still being able to survive.
Exactly. So when people mess with us, we bite back harder.
Okay, so Ali, what is the most valuable lesson that you have learned in football that you have brought into all other aspects of your life?
Wow, everything about the game. You know, growing up, waking up every day as a kid, just thinking about the game, not realizing what's outside the game, where you are, your presence, your feelings, your emotions. We just think about winning and losing. That's how you win games. That's how you make championships happen. You know, the team has to be cohesive together. Everyone has to be in the same goal, same path. And yeah, that's how you achieve your goal in mind.
And how were you able to bring this school of thought into the rest of your life?
I think that it complements in many pathways in life. You know, like for example in business, if you're a CEO and you're the captain on the pitch like I was, the transition makes it a lot easier. My story being the captain of the team, I never wanted to be the captain. I was never the most vocal player. But I actually injured my own captain going up for a header against Thailand. So I broke his nose.
So that's how you became captain?
That's how I became captain. And I was 21 years old then. From then on since, that made me a captain on the pitch and off the pitch in every aspect of life.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of being a captain, Ali, how has being a captain of the national football team changed the course of your life even after when you retired?
Oh, a lot. Like, you know, it's for me, it's the respect. Like I'm not very in touch with football these days anymore, but I still help out the players off the pitch. But like the recovery is huge, you know, like just from sleep, nutrition, strength and conditioning. It's all goes hand in hand.
How do you still stay connected to football even if you're retired?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you still join exhibition matches?
So when I retired, I went into managing the players, but I didn't go into coaching. I didn't do anything engaging in the field per se, in practices and games. So I was helping the players, kind of like a big brother off the pitch,
right.
Like a guidance counselor / you know, strength and conditioning, nutritionist, and the recovery guy. You know, they just call me if they have girlfriend or marital problems, just to help them out. Because I was always the closest guy to the management. I'm like in between. So it was a hard transition, to be honest, from accepting that okay, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I can't run as fast or play anymore. But you know, teaching and helping the young guys to get to the next level is where my forte was. And I realized that when I retired. You know, it's very hard. It's very hard because you're in the top of the game, being one of the best players in the country. And accepting that fact, wow, it was tough. But you know, I've had 4 knee surgeries in the past. I had 3 ACL reconstructions. So I went through a couple years. During the prime of the Azkals, I wasn't part of that. I was off the pitch and watching these guys play. They were playing against David Beckham. I was on the sideline crying. You know, but you know, all that made me the person who I am today.
What is one thing that you would want to change, if any, in your football journey? Perhaps maybe the ACL.
I wouldn't want to change that. I mean, I had 3 ACLs, but that taught me so much off the pitch. You know, it taught me about everything about life outside the pitch. So that helped me in transitioning how to talk to about injury prevention,
Right.
about proper nutrition, about proper build up to the game, how to be prepared at that moment, how to switch on basically whenever the time is right.
What is one valuable lesson or one advice, your number one advice that you would like to tell aspiring football athletes?
Ooh, I would say number one is sleep well. Focus on your sleep.
People take that for granted.
Exactly. People think they can just go in and be like zombies and go play. That's what I did, and that's one thing I regret playing. I went through the whole experience, and now I'm teaching that to the players these days. So all the little twerks here and there, whether it's sleep number one, nutrition, and then of course the injury prevention stuff goes hand in hand with what you're gonna do 2 hours a day on the pitch.
Right.
Yeah.
After retirement, is there any goals or ambitions that you want to pursue outside of football?
Wow.
I know that you're doing the ice bath now. Maybe there's some other things that you want to pursue.
Well, for me, it's basically building a community with the whole. The ice bath is just a tool. It's just part of your regimen, like you're brushing your teeth every day, or like it's working out every day. It's part of it. It's kind of like a workout with less poundage in your joints, right? That's it. But it's something that uplifts people from all walks of life. But it's something that keeps us grounded and keeps us in this mental state where we're actually here, present, and engaging in our relationships with our family, our friends, our loved ones. Because with modern day society, we're never present. There's too much stress going on.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the usual routine of the ice bath. But first, Ali, you have to explain to us the usual routine, because I know there's like a science behind, like the ice bath. There's like a time limit also that you have to take care of.
Correct.
So maybe you can explain to us what that is about.
Yeah, basically, I think everyone has a different stress response. So some people can go in the ice straight up, like women generally, they're really good. They're really controlling their emotions and senses. Like yogis especially, they control their breathing. So that means their stress resilience is really good. So they can just go into the ice anytime they want and not get shocked. They're able to control their breath. For people like us, like men, we're so like gung-ho, like we want to fight it and all, and just like, oh, that's the wrong way to do it. You have to let go. You have to breathe, let go, focus on the long exhales in there. And let the stress come, but you're adapting to the stress. And that's where the magic happens, actually.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about your company, what its vision is.
Yeah, so basically Aly Borromeo Wellness is my company that's focused on recovery, rejuvenation. So I teach athletes or anyone from all walks of life how to recover properly.
Okay, great. So what is the science behind the sauna, mixing the sauna and the ice bath in one routine together?
Basically, our bodies are like a thermostat itself, so it likes it likes hot and cold. So the whole adaptation process is where you fix the stress out, right? You want to breathe out all that stress, and you get into the ice. And it's only a minute and 30 seconds of hell. You're gonna try to survive. But of course, I'll guide you through the whole process. I'll guide you through the breathing, and before you know it, you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sitting in 0 degrees in Antarctica, in all this ice, and
It is freezing!
yeah, it's like nothing afterwards." So your body's gonna basically adapting to the stress. That's where the magic happens.
Okay, so what is the sweet spot of the time limit?
I would say 2 to 5 minutes at
Okay.
2 to 5 degrees Celsius is the sweet spot. So if you're a beginner, 2 minutes is okay already. That's pretty good. But if it's like really cold, like my tub here, then even 1 minute you'll get the benefits. You'll get the immune system function better. You'll get your circulatory system going. Plus you're just boosting your mitochondria. It's like a jump start to your cells of your powerhouse. So you'll be able to go and get that energy going again. So it's gonna change your perspective on life, but only for a minute and 30 seconds. That's all it takes, and after you'll feel like a new person.
All right, well, that was a very insightful conversation, Ali, but before we let you go, we have a very fun game. It's called Fill in the Blanks.
Okay.
First question. The toughest opponent I ever faced on the field was?
Oh my God. Wow,
think,
that's
top
don't
of
think.
mind, top of mind.
My best friend, Eddie Bilyonaryo, I can't beat 1v1.
Eddie!
1v1, I cannot beat him.
Shout out to Eddie.
Yeah. He's probably that fool, that guy, yeah.
Okay, if I could go back and play one game over again, it would be the game against blank.
Indonesia in the semifinals of the 2010 Suzuki Cup. So after we beat Vietnam, we qualified for the semifinals against Indonesia. So we played 2 games at Jakarta, which is unlucky for us because no one expected us to make the semifinals, so they couldn't prepare a home venue for us. So we had to play 2 away games.
Oh my
And we lost
gosh.
1-0 both games, but I would go back and do those matches again.
Okay, next, the best prank I ever saw pulled in the locker room with my teammates was when...
Oh wow! One morning, I think they put a prank on me. They had one of the ball boys dressed up as me, the kid headphones and everything. Like he walked out like exactly like me, curly hair, and like, oh, it is the funniest thing ever. And then like I was half asleep. I was wondering what was going on, and then everyone was just laughing their asses off because like he came out of the Borromeo jersey with the kit and then like like bonging there, and then like it just brightened up everyone's day, and then like
That is so funny.
hilarious.
Okay, if I weren't a football player, I would probably be
Probably be playing in the PBA. Basketball has always been my second love. So
Okay.
I actually play basketball like 3-4 times a week now.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, the one piece of advice I would give to my younger self would be...
So wow, I would say like, you're accountable for every second of your life. It's up to you. When you wake up in the morning, it's up to you if you want to feel stressed or not. We just go about our things. We're always thinking about, like money and all these, all these nonsense stuff that we have to deal with. But when we have time for ourselves and figure out why we're here, like why we're here in this earth, is amazing.
My last question is, the teammate who could always make me laugh was... I think I know the answer to this question. Can I guess?
Who?
Eddie Malyari.
Eddie always. Eddie's one of them, yeah. I remember one time we were on the pitch and we were playing in Cambodia, and Eddie has a big mouth. He's just talking and talking. He was so stressed about the game. From the locker room all the way to the kickoff, he was just talking like, "Oh my God, are these guys hard? Are these guys so? Number 10 is gonna kick my ass. What's he do?" Like he was just like panicking. I was like, "Dude, let's just play. Let's just win this game, man." But I have to give a shout out to Anton Roxas. He's my best friend too, and we're so different in that sense, but we get along so well. So when we play together, it's like no one can surpass us.
All right, well that's it. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Aly. We've picked up a lot of insights from you today, and it was nice catching up with you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Erika.
All
Thanks a
right.
lot.
When the scorecard returns, we'll break down some of the key NBA matchups that will be happening tomorrow. And be sure to keep your eyes on the prize when the scorecard comes back. Welcome back to the scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. We'll break down the upcoming matchups to deliver key insights that might just give you the edge that you need to stay ahead of the game. Expect an exciting Central Division showdown as the Chicago Bulls and Milwaukee Bucks clash at the Fiserv Forum on Thursday, November 21, 8:30 a.m. Philippine time. The Bucks come into this matchup on a 3-game home winning streak, looking to build on their recent 101-100 victory against the Houston Rockets. Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez led the way in that game, but Giannis Antetokounmpo is listed as questionable for this contest. The Bulls, meanwhile, are coming off a 122-112 win over the Pistons, with Zach LaVine delivering 16 fourth-quarter points. However, they'll have to navigate this game without Lonzo Ball and possibly Patrick Williams, who is day-to-day. The Bucks are slight favorites at minus 3.5, with the over-under set at 223.5. Chicago has been efficient in transition, averaging 16.3 fast break points per game, while Milwaukee's defense will need to step out without Chris Middleton. This game pits Chicago's high-scoring backcourt of LaVine and Kobe White against the frontcourt power of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. With both teams struggling for consistency this season, this is a critical matchup to gain ground in the Eastern Conference. Keep an eye on Giannis' status if he plays. The Bucks have the edge, otherwise, the Bulls may capitalize. And we also have another showdown as the Portland Trail Blazers, riding a 3-game winning streak, head to OKC to take on the Thunder, who are looking to rebound after a close loss. Hostilities begin at 9 a.m. Philippine time at the Paycom Center on Thursday, November 21. The Trailblazers are coming off a thrilling 114-110 win over the Atlanta Hawks, with Shaedon Sharpe scoring 32 points and carrying the team in the final stretch. However, Portland's frontcourt depth remains a concern, with DeAndre Ayton and Anthony Simons listed as game-time decisions. On the other side, the Oklahoma City Thunder boast an 11-3 record but recently suffered a narrow 121-119 loss to the Mavericks. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander dropped 36 points in a heroic effort, but they'll continue to miss Chet Holmgren, with several other players sidelined due to injuries. Currently, Oklahoma City is slightly favored at minus 4.5, with the over-under set at 227.5. Portland will rely heavily on Shaedon Sharpe scoring and Delano Banton's versatility to continue their winning ways, while OKC will look to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to lead their high-powered offense. The Thunder's small lineup will be tested if Ayton returns to anchor the paint for Portland. Look for Portland to cover the spread at +4 and consider the over if both teams keep scoring at this pace. And that wraps up tonight's preview. Be sure to keep your eyes on the prize. Now before we go, think on this. From 5-time NBA champion and Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Famer, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, he says, "We don't quit, we don't cower, we don't run, we endure, and we conquer." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again here tomorrow on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening. Good night.